iPhone 13 series, all four of them are with us. iPhone 13 mini, iPhone 13. Subtle differences between the iPhone 12. There's a new pink color. There are a few changes in the camera and the battery in the processor. Base variant now starts at 128 GB. Then we'll move on to the two black guys, the 13 Pro series, new Sierra blue color, 120 Hz display, and a 1 TB storage option, and of course some great stuff in the camera. Then move on to the Realme 8i. Very nice mid-range from the brand, most affordable Realme 8 series device still now. But again, big competition against it. Which one should you go for? That and a whole lot more on the Cell Guru Show. Let's kick things off with the iPhone 13 series, and we'll concentrate mainly on the iPhone 13. I mean, mini is great, but I'll take you through. So on both, all phones, 20% smaller notch, but in the 13 series, 800 nits Super Retina display, the nice A15 Bionic chipset, 12 megapixel cameras, sensor shift stabilization, cinematic mode, new photographic styles, good battery life, 20-watt fast charging. I can't call it fast charging, medium charging. And the iPhone 13 starts about 79,900. You get 128 GB as the base now. And the reason why I'm actually concentrating on this is now this is the best bang for buck, I think, from all four phones. It's got the right size, right battery also. 13 mini is a great phone, but the battery life really suffers. You have to, because the form factor is that much smaller. Now, other things in this, think of this as literally everything you need in a camera also at this price point, because it's got everything that the 12 Pro from last year had, and then a lot more new also has been added. So best bang for buck, 79,900. Here then is our review.
Iteration is a much bandied about word, but by definition, iteration means repetition, and repetition leads to perfection. In 2020, Apple unveiled one of the largest updates ever to the iPhone series. The phone's leapfrogged forward not just in design, but also in imaging and innovative new features like MagSafe. The iPhone 13 series is by no means as massive an upgrade, but there's more here than meets the eye. This is the iPhone 13, and here's the Cell Guru review. Let's start with the design. Apple's focus has clearly been on finesse and improvement. From a distance, the iPhone 13 might look the same as the iPhone 12, right down to that striking flat-edged design with aluminium edges and glass both at the front and back, but keen-eyed users will find some noticeable changes. You will find iPhone essentials like a toggle switch to mute, a lightning port at the bottom, as well as a ceramic glass on the front of the iPhone 13's 6.1-inch screen. The iPhone 13 mini brings the exact same design language to a positively tiny 5.4-inch form factor. The Super Retina OLED displays show exceptional color accuracy and now go all the way to 800 nits. We found the screen to be perfectly visible under any lighting condition. One of the most discernible changes comes to the notch, where Apple claims a 20% reduction in size, making it look a lot less obtrusive. Similarly, both the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 mini are now ever so slightly thicker. Another big design change comes to the back of the phone, where the camera modules are significantly larger. Not only that, you will notice that the cameras are diagonally oriented, a small but noticeable difference over the iPhone 12. Elsewhere, both phones pack essentials like crisp sounding stereo speakers as well as IP68 ratings, making them waterproof down to a depth of 6 meters. With the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini, Apple is making a jump to the A15 Bionic chipset. It comes as no surprise that performance here is blistering fast and animations look fluid. The extra headroom offered by the A15 Bionic means that your phone will stay fresh for years to come. Like the iPhone 12, the iPhone 13 and 13 mini are 5G compatible too. On the software side, users get all the new additions of iOS 15, including an upgraded focus mode, live text to capture text directly from real-world objects, as well as notification summary. There's a lot to like here. Worried about storage? This year the 64GB base model is gone, and Apple is tossing 128GB of storage as the default. You can of course upgrade all the way to 512GB variant. And all of that storage will come handy when making use of the upgraded cameras on the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini. Both phones get a 12 megapixel primary camera as well as 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. The primary camera now has a larger sensor that captures significantly more detail. In fact, this is the same sensor as on last year's iPhone 12 Pro Max, which means it also gets sensor shift capabilities for low light capture. Out of the box, the iPhone 13 and 13 cameras aim for accuracy with slightly muted and warm colors. Fans of more vibrant colors now have the option to use Apple's new photographic profile features that lets you adjust the camera's tuning for warmer or cooler shades. Images display excellent details and accuracy. The new sensor has also improved the low light capabilities and night mode shots look exceptional. Similarly, the ultra-wide sensor gets a much better sensor as well as a lens that gives the camera improved sharpness and better detail. These enhancements extend to video capture with a high level of detail and low noise even in less than great lighting. The highlight feature this time around is cinematic mode. Apple's latest video feature lets you add a depth of field effect and set a focus point in the video. Using the power of computational photography, Apple is giving users the ability to change the focus point as well as the depth of field both during and after shooting videos. For all of Apple's claims, the results are good, but not quite cinematic. On several occasions, while testing, the camera missed out on boundaries and the software depth of field effect was noticeable in less than perfect lighting. Remember the thicker size of the new iPhones? Well, it's here for good reason, and that's better battery life. Apple has increased the battery size across the board and most users should have no issue getting a full day of extensive use. The phones support wireless charging and you can make use of MagSafe as well. With the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini, Apple is making clear statement of intent. The 12 was the fastest selling phone in the last year's lineup, and by all measures, the iPhone 13 looks ready to repeat the success. It builds on a solid foundation and brings drastic improvements to the camera and battery life, two areas most important to users. Price starting 79,900 rupees and shipping with double the storage, the iPhone 13 is well positioned to be the go-to iPhone for everyone. And if you prefer something a bit handier, the iPhone 13 mini brings all of the same improvements to a much smaller size and starts at an even more approachable price of 69,900 rupees. The iPhone 13 mini is designed for a user who wants the latest iOS experience in a device that easily slips away instead of becoming the center of attention.